what did I want to be when I was young? When I was before first form, second form, third form, what did I want to be? I actually wanted to be a pharmacist. So I thought it would be pretty cool to do something to do with, I thought what the pharmacist could do is very creative. I thought at the time, this is as a young person. And I always had these great ideas of things that I could create. Like I used to think of things for cows, I think of something for humans, I think of something for, yes. Hello? What's happening? Okay. So for example, I was saying, I thought a pharmacist could do this. If you have walls that are blue, and every year you want a fresh color, make a type of paint that every year it changes color. So I thought, that's so cool. I've never seen anybody do that. So I'm thinking that. I was thinking again, persons get tired of their hairstyles. And so they get a hair that just forms into another type of hair. So I had all these creative ideas until I went into chemistry class. And I realized, I don't know what's going on. So I'm failing chemistry, first form, second form, third form. And they're telling me to be a pharmacist, I need to do chemistry. I just couldn't get it. Because I wasn't spatial. I wasn't somebody who could, you talk about the atom, I'm able to touch that atom. If I can't touch the atom, I can't get it. So I had a problem. So up to third form now, they're telling me I have to switch my dream, and I don't know what to switch to. In fourth form, at the end of fourth form, there were some persons from IBM. At that time, I didn't know what IBM was. Some men from IBM came to I went to Holy Child. So they came and they gave us a test. No, they gave us no warning. And it's called an aptitude test. So if you know what an aptitude test is, you get an idea. And I will explain a little bit more about what an aptitude test is. They gave me an aptitude test. Now with no forewarning, I wasn't nervous or anything. I did whatever was there in front of me, whatever I can do, I do, whatever I can do, I can do. And some weeks later, they returned to the school and they said that persons who got A or B's in the aptitude test have the aptitude to work with computers. That was the first time I heard the word computer in my life.
What year was this? That's the question we should be asking.
Like 1977.
Judge. Yo, my dad was like 7. No.
So I'd never heard that word before, but then they gave me my results and I got a B. This was the first time that I got a B in anything. I was a C student. No matter how hard I studied, no matter how many extra lessons they sent me to, I always ended up with a C. I do all I can, and it's a C. So this is the first time I'm hearing I've gotten a B in something. So now I hear, okay, I have a B in something, so I have the aptitude for working with computers, and I don't know what the word computers are, but now I am now intrigued and want to know more about computers. Now, how do I find out more about computers? Start watching, looking around, looking to see if I see the word. And the one day, I saw a notice on the board to say that Immaculate, remember I told you, Immaculate is having a computer expo at UWI. I'm like, how Immaculate know about this thing? We don't hear nothing about this thing before.
Immaculate for rich people.
So I went to UWI where they were having this expo. I went in there and came out still not knowing what a computer is, because all I saw was boxes, foil, string. So what they were actually doing was big projects. You know that when you build projects, you build models. So they are building these models of things that I don't even know what it is. So I'm just seeing boxes and strings and foils that's supposed to maybe be knobs or whatever. It meant nothing to me. So I left still not knowing what is computer. I am telling my parents now that I want to work with computers. Now it's the first time they're hearing that word. So they say, no, I don't know what that is. Why you don't want to be a nurse or a doctor or lawyer, things that we can relate to?
Why don't you want to be one of these basic jobs?
Why do you want to do that? Like,
Well, because I wasn't
No,
doing
but
well
here's
in
the thing.
anything else, but whatever this thing is,
Yeah.
I'm now doing well. I did well in a test, so I am now
Also-
on a test. I mean, I'm going through fit form now, trying to find out what is this thing called, this mystery thing called computing. All right. No, I was not a reader. So that is one thing I learned and I try to tell younger people. You need to read. But anyway, I'm not a reader. And that's pretty much why I was always a C student. Because I didn't like to read. That would have maybe helped me to prepare. So when I am at school, and I don't want anybody to find me, guess where I am? Library. So I was waiting one evening for one of my girlfriends, but I didn't want anybody to bother me. So I went to the library, not to read, just to sit down in there so that nobody can't find me because Dawn is not in the library because she don't read. so I'm sitting down there and I was just literally sitting there and there was a stack of books. This is the end of the day. You know at the end of the day with a library that's being used, books are just on top of books going chicka all over the pile, right? On the tables. And I was just staring at the books, but not really looking at the books. I mean, I'm not looking to read anything. I'm just staring at the break. And at the bottom, there was a book edge. Upside down, the book front is down. But so at the back, you see like the publisher or the person who wrote the book. I see the word computer. I'm like, what? So I shuffle out the book. Oh no, I don't open the book. oh no, I don't look at the front of the book. What I did was write out the name that the person who published the book. And it was the British Computer Society. So I wrote British Computer Society address, whatever the address was, I wrote that up. Put that in my pocket, wait my friend, I didn't open the book yet. But that is God talking right there. But there I am there looking for this word computer and boom! A place that I'm not supposed to be, it just appeared right there. Alright? So I wrote the British Computer Society, they're in English. I wrote them and I said, what is a computer? And can you tell me all the jobs that you can have with computers so that I can have an idea as to what I want to do and what I want to be? No, I don't know if they're going. By this time there's no email,
I was about to
There's
say.
snail mail, so you send that letter off, it's going to take forever to reach there, much less to come back.
Wonderful.
So you kind of forget that you wrote the letter.
And then you get it back. Alright, I'll be so real. I don't get like pigeon mail and that stuff because like imagine you send a letter like 3 months. You send your letter February, alright? 3 months go by. You forget that you even wrote it. A month after that, you're just like, no, then right back. Oh, now I'm gonna have to write another letter to respond, and this is gonna take like 8 years. Like you're just going back and forth, and it's like the slowest conversation ever. Because by the time one thing happens, they're talking about it like, oh, like I hope your wife gets better or something. And I say, oh yeah, the cancer's worse.
So that is true. So that's the kind of snail mail. So I forgot that I sent that out. Still searching to find out what this word is. My mother is a nurse for 35 years. One of her patients came in and she, talking about her daughters, there's 3 of us, talking about her daughters, and the person said that they are in computing. And they said, wait, that word means something. And they said, my daughter said she was interested in something to do with computing. So the person gave her a business card and said, tell her to go to IBM and ask for Cuthbert Lloyd. That's the name of the man I must ask for. So that's not the person who was in the hospital. It's a friend of his. So he wrote on the back of it his name and his contact and said I must go to the office. And so I'm all excited now. I want to meet somebody who is in computing. So I went there to get a summer job, right? I'm in fifth form. So I went to IBM and I'm inside a beautiful foyer, sofa, pictures, beautiful. Balcony up there, someone was going on up there, and they called Cuthbert Lloyd. So Cuthbert Lloyd comes downstairs to me. I explained to him how I got the card and the fact that I would like to have a summer job there. I know I don't even know what a computer is. So he said, unfortunately, as of that year, they're not taking people who know nothing. They're only taking people from CAST at the time, there's no UTEC. So from CAST or from UE. So they come in as interns and learn more on whatever they're doing. So I stand up there staring at the man, saying to myself, this can't be it. You cannot have me stand up here in the middle of IBM, which is supposed to have computers in there somewhere, and you're just telling me goodbye. Something wrong with that. And the man telling me goodbye. Let me tell you, the stare for the man. You guess what I mean? My marking in face. Because this man never showed me the computer. I said to myself, I'm not forgetting your name. Cuthbert Lloyd, not forgetting your name because you have me stand up in the building where there's some computer somewhere. And you don't even say, oh, well, let me show you what the computer look like, although you cannot come for the summer job. Not even that. I was upset. So time goes on, and I'm still clueless as to what a computer is. Then I got a huge mail. It couldn't fit in the letterbox. They said the postman had to call and say, come for this. When you look, you see my name on it, and in the corner you see British Computer Society. You see my story, sir?
You're not here. No. Go on.
Right, so I was shocked. I opened it up, and the first thing I saw was a folded paper, like a map. So I opened that up, and it was huge. It was maybe like this, with every single job that you can get in the computer field. Everyone named, and a hierarchy. On an organization chart, you know what that is?
Yeah.
Right. So who would report to whom? And beside each name, it had a code. So like for example, they say system administrator, for example, I might say SA01. SA01 has a booklet in there. When you go, you see the booklet say system administrator, SA01. You turn it, it describes who that is, what they do, what qualifications they need, what prerequisites. You go on, what experiences you should have, how you fit into the, for every single position, I got a booklet. All of a sudden, I still don't know what a computer is. But I know.
I'm still surprised how you never even know. Like, no, I get this whole, like, 5 different books, all describing the different leagues I need to be in, what I need to know, and I still don't know what the hell is.
I hope you're trained here. All right? But I knew from that what I wanted to be was a systems engineer.
And she still don't know what the computer is.
Now I wanted to become a systems engineer because based on my creativity, the fact that I was good in mathematics, and I'm thinking, oh, and all these things that they have written here, this sound like me. So that's what I want to do. Still don't know what a computer looks like, but that's what I want to do. So I now have purpose and direction. This is what I want to do. So, going on, when I reach the end of fifth form, you're applying to different universities and blah blah blah.
Why do you use Google or
They exist. I have not seen them.
Yo, what is that?
I just heard the word. 1978 we're talking about now.
Oh.
When I was in fifth form.
Yo, 1990 Google just
When was Google? 1990 Google. It came. 1990.
Wait, so no, hold on. So she doesn't know what a computer, she doesn't know a computer exists, but she can use Google.
Yeah.
is good, you know.
Because phones would not have been, you know.
I'll send you the first part, miss.